Okay, welcome to another episode of Caboose Restoration. You might see that we're in a different location today, and that's because we're priming today. We moved the caboose to the backyard so that we have a bigger space to spray, and we're just doing some prep work here. But what we're first going to do is we're going to get all the nooks and crannies in here that you wouldn't be able to get with the sprayer. So we got a foam brush, or just like a thin paintbrush. What we're going to do is like get all inside the hard to reach places, under the windowsills, in between the running boards and walkways, and the steps down there, and like a little hard to reach places like that. And once we're done with that, we are a go for the sprayer. So that's our first step, so let's get to that. Now we're sanding down the primer because it's a little rough. We might have to wait for it to dry a little more because it's still a little gummy, but we're going to see what we could do right now.
Yeah, get some of the high spots off. Hopefully it will, when you spray it, it'll kind of cover these areas.
Even it out. Okay, we've thought this plan over, and it looks like what we're going to do is we've been pondering what we want to do with this, and we've been thinking we've been wanting to spray it. And that looks like the plan for now, and what we have here is the roof piece. And what we're going to see is we're going to load up the spray can, or the sprayer reservoir, with some paint, and we're going to test to see how it goes on this piece. If it goes on really good, we'll carry on. But if it doesn't, what we're going to do is I guess we're going to bite the bullet on that paint, and we're going to see how spray cans do since we're more familiar with that. But we're going to let this roof piece be our guinea pig and see how it goes.
I gotta do it. This is a hard piece to do. I can't do it the way you wanted to do it. I have to do it long ways. Okay, watch out. I have to go like this.
I thought I did that for the caboose bite. I said you should do it long ways on.
I have to do it long ways on. Okay.
I don't care about that.
Okay. It's clogging.
I'm not liking this.
Is this thing pulling off?
No.
Let me open it up a little bit more.
Alright, so we had a really big change of plans here. What we're doing now is we came back from Home Depot and we bought paint. Now you might recall that we had red paint in the can that we bought a long time ago. We also bought primer, which is over here. A primer. So, like I said, you might recall that we had some red paint in a can that we bought a long time ago. But we've realized that the sprayer just isn't cooperating with us, and that we're going to have to bite the bullet on that canned paint, and that we'll get a much more even coat and a much better look without the spit drops with the canned primer and paint. So in that case, since we're going to do it with the spray cans now, we're going to move the caboose to the front. We're situated in the front yard now. Hopefully it's less windy over here. Come on. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. You can't paint this, dude. Look at this. You kidding me? Dude, we can't paint in this. Let me see what it's doing in the garage. I'm not gonna paint in the garage. The wind keeps rejecting us. So, we move from the front yard to inside the garage, where there should not be any wind. But watch, right when I say that comes a huge tornado. But this should be good. Wherever we go, the wind follows us. It's kind of getting annoying. But right now, we're gonna paint the underside in here in the garage. Alright, so that's the first coat of primer on the underside. We might go for another coat, but I'm not sure at this point, but that covered really well. Look at that. That just looks great. Look at that. Imagine with the red on there. So that looks really good. That's our first coat on the bottom side and the right side stairs. Alright, so we just finished spraying the left side, and oh gosh, it looks so good with just the primer on it. I can't wait to see the red on it. But just look at that. You can see where the logo is going to be. You can see where the stripe is going to be. It just looks fantastic, and I'm completely happy. We did an awesome job. Now let's flip it over and do the other side. Waiting for the paint to dry. Let's flip it over. We'll shake up the can of paint and do the same for this side. get a perspective of what it looks like finished. And it looks pretty good. Looks really good. We're gonna have to paint this side now, so why don't we go ahead and do that. You're getting a 360 look at the new prime job on the Caboose here. Couldn't have done better. It's just phenomenal, and that's what I think anyway. That just looks great. Okay, we're not done yet, but just to recap, we painted pretty much all, or not painted, but primed, a few coats, pretty much all around the Caboose here. It's primer gray right now, and it looks really good. There's a few sanding areas that we might have to do, but you know, that'll come next time. So next time, count on sanding out the imperfections that you see here, and then we'll finally get the red paint on here. Wouldn't that be cool? So we put the coat all around on the Caboose, and we also put a primer coat. We just did the other side of the roof walkways. So those are drying now, and everything looks good. Waiting for the paint to dry again. So we'll test out this RC truck here again. Took the shell off of it. It's a lot lighter without the shell. It bounces around a lot more. So now that we got it upright, we're going to still do a little bit more touch up of the areas that quite didn't get covered while it was on its side. Alright, so we got a solid first go around of primer on here. What we're going to do the next time we get to this, next episode, is we're going to sand off all the imperfections in the primer and get it all nice and smooth. Touch it up if it needs it in some spots, and then hopefully get to the red. So the next episode is going to be even more exciting than this episode, if you found this one exciting. And it's going to be really cool next time, so stay tuned for that. So, all in all, that concludes this episode of Caboose Restoration. We got it primed, we got it sanded, and it was a big leap today. So it's all ready to be sanded again and painted again with the red. So, oh, and also we might do the roof over there too. So yeah, that roof needs to be sanded and primed with the new primer. But anyway, so this concludes this episode of Caboose Restoration. Same Caboose time, same Caboose channel. We'll see you next time. So over and out. Okay, welcome. And somebody just started making an extremely loud noise, so, and that's why, let me do that again. And you mess up my video. Watch it go. I'm not doing the windows, I'm doing the sills.
What's that mean? Oh, don't do the sills. The paint will cover that. Sprayer.
You should have told me that.
The sprayer. That's fine. The sprayer will get that.
Okay, fine. Because, and that snapped off again. All these things are screwy.
Don't worry about it, Josh.
Hear that, everybody? That's a train. We can hear it. I love living by the railroad tracks. Get a... Oh, come on. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? It keeps dying.
That seems to be the limit.
It used to go all the way out there. Used to go all the way out there. Now it's dead. Nothing. Is it something with the antenna or what?
You were messing with it the other day.
I wasn't messing with it. Huh? I guess. You're getting a 360 on this brand. Oh, my finger's in the way. Dang it. Oh, my finger.
Josh, you gotta go on, off, on, off. Get that nice.
And then what we're going to do is next week, we're going to come back, sand the imperfections, get it all really smooth, maybe touch it up a little bit if it needs it, and then come back with the red. So stay tuned for next weekend, because next weekend is going to be even more exciting than this weekend, hopefully without all the
I don't know
mishaps.
if it'll be next weekend, but next issue.
What I mean by next weekend is the next time we do this, not necessarily in 7 days. So, the next weekend that we get to it. Okay, so then we're gonna come back next. Okay, so and what am I? So
We gotta work.
that can wait, bachigaloo. Okay, so like we swept up the overspray from the primer, and that's the overspray that was all in there, and there's still a ton more of it that we didn't get. But look at all that.